Today, I want to share with you one more personal story from my life, how I went from Western Germany to Ukraine without money. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of introduction. In 2014, I went to Germany for my master's, and I didn't have any external financial support and not so much of saving, so I was super low on budget. But still, it was winter, Christmas time, and I wanted to visit my family. So naturally, I was searching for the cheapest option to do that. And can anybody guess what way of transportation I used? You can just shout.
A horse.
No, more options?
Hitchhiking.
Close.
Limp.
So it was kind of hitchhiking mixed with BlaBlaCar. I arranged a truck, and I went by a truck, and arranged it was from before. I didn't need to hitchhike. I found out that a father of my friend is having business in Western Europe, and that he's having truck passing by from Western Europe to Ukraine and back. So I made an agreement with him and joined one of his trucks. I went out on the highway and went on the way with his truck. And I didn't have to pay anything. It was for free because it was a friend. But I paid much more than I expected. I paid 3 days of my life. That's how much it takes to go by truck from Western Germany to Ukraine. And it was the most horrible trip I ever had. I didn't expect that, but apparently it's super hard to sit 3 days in a row. You cannot stand up, you cannot stretch. You have to fasten your seatbelt 3 days in a row. It was super tough. It was a really hard experience. But as is often the case with the hard experiences, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the life of truck drivers. They have everything in their truck. They have 2 beds, they have a fridge, they have a kitchen where they can cook, they can do everything there. They can sleep there, they cook there, they eat there. It's their second home. Or I should say, it's their first home. Because indeed, they spend most of their time in the truck. And this is quite sad if you think about it. To spend most of your time in the truck, have most of your conversation by phone, and see most of the time just the road. These guys are doing really a tough job, and I hope that in the future nobody will need to do this job because of self-driving trucks. But coming back to my personal story, I went for the cheapest possible option, and I had a horrible experience. It was not good at all. And a moral of this story is that too cheap can be too bad, and you should not go for the cheapest option. Thank you.